Part of my life growing up was in Cornwall, and my parents had a very humble, like 2-star hotel or something. That was probably really a large guest house, but there were about 25 rooms or so. And from the age of 4 till 12 or so, I was there. And I have always felt comfortable in front of strangers. There was a pool table there, table tennis table there, and I used to enjoy, whoever was around and playing games. There was 7 acres of woodland off of the back of this hotel, an Edwardian hotel, and the Roundheads and the Cavaliers had fought there in the 1600s, and there were cannonballs that were still being found. And for myself and my friends, I'm not in contact with them anymore, but Keith and Kane, they were twins, and we literally were convinced that there was still a German from the Second World War that was hiding in the forest, and we had to find him and report him or something. And so imaginative play and having fun and feeling comfortable. I don't necessarily remember singing or so as a youngster in front of these guests that were at the hotel, but I was definitely comfortable in just being loud. There was so there was this opening line of I think it was a musical called Chicago, and no, not Chicago, it was something different. A Big Al Capone, it was something about Big Al. And I remember this drama teacher saying, "I need somebody to say, 'You never tell a lie, Mrs. Capone.'" And I remember we all had to repeat this one line, and whoever could do it in as sassy an American accent as possible or so. And so that was at I think 11 years old, was the first play at secondary school where I thought, I got chosen to do that line, and that's the first memory. Mrs. Beswetherick was my first piano teacher at 10 years old. It took me forever. I was very slow with the piano. And then when I started the double bass at 15, I accelerated quite fast with the double bass and caught the piano grading up, as it were. But I sensed that because I knew that the secondary school I was at would not offer performing arts or drama as an A-level, I knew that I had to do it at GCSE, and I really wanted to do music at A-level anyway. I wanted to be an actor, but at that point in 1990, acting musicians weren't necessarily a concept per se. There might have been, something, but not as we understand it now. English language as an AS level, half A level. Sociology, because I like the people and how we emotionally connect, and a bit of politics thrown in with that. And it was French A level and music A level. Communication. I wasn't great with the academics, but I love communicating, which is, the performer within me, which is why I really enjoyed French. That's an interesting one from the angle of wanting to be an actor, but choosing not to go to drama school. Because for me, I think I had strong influence from family that it was completely out of their remit, about their understanding. And so I think they thought that a degree would be better. And at the time as well, unlike now, you couldn't get a degree by going to drama school. So they pushed me into another area of life. So I spent 4 years training to be a primary school teacher, but my heart wasn't really in it, even though I was suited to it in some ways. My feet were so itchy to go into the world of being an actor. In your third year of the 4 years with this particular degree, we had to do a long work experience, and I made sure that was with a theatre company. So that was with a theatre company based in York, and so I spent a month or so working with them as a stage manager, as an intern. It wasn't from a performing point of view, but it was from an observational point of view of a professional working theatre company. And so I just absorbed as much as I could. But also, to rewind as well, because I knew that I wasn't going to drama school, I made sure that whilst at university, whilst in that learning environment, I sucked as much life from every single thing as I could. So apart from all the sports I did, I was involved in the orchestra, I was involved in the Amateur Dramatic Society, and in my first year, I was being the actor for the third year director students, because there was drama and performing arts was, or not performing arts, but drama and theatre studies was a degree at that university. So the first job was with that theatre company in New York, Riding Lights Theatre Company, and working with Riding Lights. That particular job was a 9-month contract, and then I did well with them, and so they offered me another 9-month contract. And then at the end of that contract, there's a story behind that, but I ended up getting a job in the West End, being in the Buddy Holly story. And once I was in a West End musical show, using my double bass, using the music and singing and performing, it was then that I then approached agents, having learnt from those other actors I'd worked with on Riding Lights as much as I could about the game. Just suck it in, absorb, ask questions, learn, absorb, ask questions, learn, soak it up, and then just be loud and proud and dive in. Work hard, don't take yourself too seriously, try and have fun in all things, and just be open to learning. Be humble to receiving instruction, and seek the fun in all things. That's my little thing anyway.